Hello everyone, I just wanted to come up here and show a vision with you guys that the Lord gave to me on May 18th. So I woke up, usually I fall asleep with my baby in my hand because while I'm putting her to sleep, I get put to sleep. And I woke up, I got comfortable because I was sitting up and I fell asleep sitting up, and I closed my eyes. As soon as I closed my eyes, I got a vision. And I was walking into a CVS store. And the first thing that I noticed about the CVS store was, first of all, there weren't aisles like how we see in a store. But there were sections and there were no workers there. That's one of the things that I noticed. There was absolutely no workers, but the store was open. Also, I noticed that everything had a red scanner. On each item, there was a red scanner on it. So I walked into the store. I go in. I notice these things. And I need a few things. So I don't even remember what I picked up. But I picked up an item, and I'm like, how am I supposed to pay for these things? As soon as I asked that question, I had instant knowledge that it was being scanned, But this is just for educational purposes because I will not be getting the mark. But I knew, I had the knowledge to know that these items, upon picking them up, are being scanned by a chip in my hand. And as I go to pick up a few more items, I notice that I'm surrounded by scanners all around me. Like, I can't see it, but I have a knowing that there are scanners and they are scanning everything that I pick up with this chip that I have in my hand. And then I woke up from the vision.
The 500, okay, the 500, this is the IUIC update where in June 2016 ain't no microchip. Ain't no microchip. It's June. Ain't no microchip. Ain't no microchips. It's June. Somebody should put a beat to that shit.
Nor come to pass.
We in June. Ain't no microchips. We in June. Ain't no microchips. Chips. We in June. Ain't no microchips. June. Ain't no microchips. We in June. It's June. Ain't no microchips. Microchips.
Isn't that powerful?
Ain't no microchip. Ain't no microchips. It's June.
Shalom. I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, Ruel, peace and salutations to the elect, and much respect to the brothers pushing his word in the four winds of the earth. And shalom to you few sincere sisters out there as well. This is Brother Ariyah coming at you with a quick cut here. I'm going to read Revelation 16 and 1 and 2, and I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the seven angels, go your ways and pour out the vials of the wrath of the heavenly Father upon the earth. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image. Okay, and that's going to be a telltale sign in those days. Who has the mark? They're going to have a grievous, cancerous sore, okay, on their hands, man. You know, the ones with the mark on their forehead probably, be the higher-ups, if you will, okay? But for the normal pedestrians, okay, they will have a mark in their hand. And that woman had a dream or a vision, where the spirit indicated to her that she was being scanned when she was picking things up, okay? And one thing that jumped out to me is that she said when she went into the store, okay, they were there were no workers in the store. Okay, and during that time, that's how it's gonna be. Okay, we are in the digital age now, man. All right, we are officially in the digital age. All right, and AI is about to take over everything. All right, so with AI taking over everything, that means less and less jobs for everyone else. Okay, and what they want to do or planning to do is to give everyone a set income where they get a particular amount of money every month, man, to keep people subservient to them. Okay, they want people prepared to obey unquestioningly. Okay, they don't want no one questioning what they're doing, what they're saying. They want people to be completely subservient out here, man. All right, and that was a deep dream. Okay, so that grievous sore is going to be upon many. All right, that's going to be a telltale sign of who has the mark. And I'm not going to go into Revelation 13 and 16, okay, because we should all know that by now, that verse, okay? Revelation 14 and 9 is what happens to you if you take that mark, man. All right, you'll be cast into the lake of fire. All right, but let me get this Joel 2. Let's go to Joel 2. Second chapter, I'll start at 28. All right. Because the brother had put it up in Acts 2 and 17, but it pretty much says the same thing in Joel 2 and 28. It says, and it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh. And that's what the Lord is doing right now, man. He's giving people dreams. He's giving people visions. Okay, people are starting to wake up and see what's really going on out here, man. Okay, and for those of you that watch my videos and other brothers' videos and then go around, go ahead and watch, IUIC videos and all that, you're going to mix yourself up. You're going to mess yourself up bad, man. Okay, stick to one, man. And I suggest that you stick with watching GMS videos because we're going to give you the 100% unadulterated truth, man. The raw truth. Okay, and we're not going to have our hands out asking for money. You don't see any cash apps on our pages or anything like that. And we're going to stick to the script, man. Okay, we're not going to change and we're going to, change doctrine up and, do all of this folly. Okay, we're going to give it to you straight up raw, man, every time. And we're going to give you the 100% truth, which is the most important thing, man. Okay, so I just wanted to say that real quick. If you're watching IUIC or any of these other camps, I suggest you stop. Okay, I'm just letting you know you're going to do what you do at the end of the day. And it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy. Your old men shall dream dreams. Your young men shall see visions. And also upon the servants and upon the handmaids in those days will I pour out my spirit. And I will show wonders in the heaven and in the earth, blood and fire and pillars of smoke. The sun shall be turned into darkness and the moon into blood before the great and the terrible day of the Lord come. Okay? I just did a lesson yesterday showing wonders in the sky, great wonders. Okay? And that's what the Lord is doing right now. This is showing you that we are coming down to the end here, man. Okay, and it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, shall be delivered. For in Mount Zion and in Jerusalem shall be deliverance, as the Lord Yahweh hath said, and in the remnant whom the Lord Yahweh shall call. Okay, that's another indication there, that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord. Okay, not saying other camps don't call on the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, but there are some camps that call on Christ. They don't call on the names of the Lord. They don't call on Yahweh, which is the Father. They don't call on the Son, which is Yahweh Shai, man. Okay, and these are the people that you really need to stay away from, man. Pretty much, the scriptures say that a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Now, IUIC used to say That's why I played that video. It's June, ain't no microchip. Okay, scoffing, making fun, and now they're changing their tune, talking about a microchip now, all of a sudden, man. And their congregation is too docile to see what's going on, man. Okay, so that dude Nate is a double-minded man, and he's unstable in all his ways, man. Okay, but that's pride at the end of the day. Let's get Proverbs 24 and 21. Okay, it says, "My son, fear thou the Lord and the king, and meddle not with them that are given to change." Okay, for their calamity shall rise suddenly, and who knoweth the ruin of them both? Okay, and don't be surprised if the Lord judges Nate and these other false prophets out here that are leading their congregation in the wrong direction, man. Don't be surprised if something happens. All right, never forget 1 Peter 4 and 17. Let's just get that real quick. I haven't brought that out in a minute. 1 Peter 4 and 17, man. Okay, we in those days here, right? And it says, "For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of the Heavenly Father." Okay, which is us, the Israelites, us, man, that know this truth, okay, that preach this truth, that should know better, okay? "For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of the Heavenly Father. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of the Heavenly Father?" Okay, so we know better. So the Heavenly Father is going to start with people that know first, okay? There's a lot of them out there that potentially could get judged, man, very harshly in front of the whole congregation, man. Okay? It could happen. Let's get I think I got one more. Yeah, let's get Proverbs 29 and 23. And I'll just end it here. Okay, because that chip is definitely coming. All right. Proverbs 29 and 23. And it says, "A man's pride shall bring him low, but honor shall uphold the humble in spirit," man. Okay, so this is not a time to be prideful. Nate should really rethink his whole approach on this thing. It's not about bowing down to the apostles or nothing like that, but being a man and admitting, yeah, I was wrong. I was wrong. You brothers were right. Because at the end of the day, man, correction is love, man. Correction is not meant to embarrass you or to make you feel lesser than. Okay? Correction is love. When someone tries to correct you on something, it means that they don't want to see anything bad happen to you. And they want the best for you, actually. But a dude with pride is not going to accept correction, man. All right? And this is why the Lord is about to do, a lot of judgments going on out here, especially within Israel, man. Okay, Yasharallah. All right. So I just wanted to bring this out real quick. The Lord is definitely pouring out His Spirit, among all flesh, man. People are having dreams, they're having visions, they're doing videos on them, and we're seeing it happen more frequently, man. Okay, which is a great indication that Yahushua is on his way. Shalom.